Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see. I am going to be working on a fall project for myself. Just something fun to do.
This is Craft Lady! What did you do?
And I know you have seen the peekaboo shirts and the peekaboo sweatshirts. I'm going to attempt one of those. I haven't done it before. I had made this shirt before. It's a plural of cul-de-sac, in case you didn't know. It's cul-de-sac. But anyway, I'm going to actually make a peekaboo shirt out of this. And so let's talk about what we're gonna need. You're gonna need your shirt, your polyester fabric, your transfer print, your sublimation print, a heat press. I'm gonna be using my HTV Ront auto press, protective paper. I got this from Artistry, and I'm gonna be using my heat tape for the sublimation part of this project, okay? I'm also gonna be using a self-healing mat, because I need to cut on here, and along with that I'm going to need a rotary cutter. Okay friends, here's a list of materials that I use in this project. I'll have most of the items listed and linked in the description as well, but please know that the links are likely affiliate links, and that means that I may receive a commission if you make a purchase via my links. So this is vinyl. I had already done that. That's a simple straightforward project. I can show you guys how to do that another time, but so this is ready to go. This project, this technique will work with any kind of shirt that you have. So this is, like I said, I have already used this shirt. It doesn't have to be a new shirt. And what we're gonna do is create the peekaboo shirt. I've seen it done a couple of years ago by my friend Jamila from Jamila Payne. And then I saw my friend Angie Holden do it from the Country Chic Cottage. And I've seen it on TikTok and stuff. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make me one. I'm gonna make me one this year. So let's get going. We're gonna need your shirt. I'm gonna be using this sublimation. Another clue on what show we're talking about. If you know, you know. And this is sublimation. So I printed it. I put this together myself, and I designed it using some stuff I have. And then I made it into a sublimation print. Printed out on my sublimation printer. I use my Sawgrass SG500 for this one. And when you print out your design, make sure that you print it in reverse for sublimation. Then I'm using a piece of leftover polyester. This is actually from a pillowcase that I did something. You can see that in one of my blog posts or in one of my posts over on my other social medias, what I actually did with the other part of this pillowcase. But I'm gonna cut this to use it. So you're gonna need a piece of polyester fabric. And the reason I'm using this piece and not a stiff piece is because this is going inside my shirt. It's gonna be against me, and I want something that's gonna be nice and soft, okay? So this is that soft feel polyester. So I need to open this up. I'm gonna keep this fold in the middle, but I'm gonna cut off the edges here of the pillowcase so that I can open this baby up. It doesn't have to be straight at all. I just wanna make sure I can cut through both layers. Okay, so then now I have this opened up. Perfect piece of sublimation fabric. So I'm gonna take this fabric. Here's my print. I'm just gonna put it face down on here. I'm not really worried about the harsh lines usually, and okay, because I am a little bit, this is what I do. I like to tear around the edges of my design. You're not going to see the edges once we do what we're going to do with this. But for my sublimation designs, I usually tear around the edges so that I don't get that harsh line that comes with sublimating sometimes. So let's tear these off. I don't really think that would have made a difference in this print, in this project, but who knows? I haven't done it before, so maybe it will. We're gonna take this, and look how little space this takes up. I do want to make sure I leave a little bit of space all around, because I'm also, oh, I forgot to tell you, you're gonna need some double-sided adhesive or some hem tape or some something that you can use, or you can sew it if you went to the sewing machine to sew around. So I'm gonna leave that much. I'm leaving myself about an inch. An inch is way more than I really need. So I'm gonna make sure I have an inch around. I can tape this now, just to hold it in place. Now this heat resistant tape, can't use Scotch tape, guys. You can't use electrical tape. It will melt in your heat press. This is heat resistant tape. Sublimation, have some on hand. I'm gonna cut this right here. So I have that inch again. Oh, see, I'm not cutting very straight, but that's okay. This is an experiment. Experimentation. So now this is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and make a sublimation sandwich with this. Here's my I got my daughter playing games on the other side with the rotary cutter, so she learned how to open it and close it. I'm gonna take two sheets of protective paper. I'm just gonna tear them off. One goes on top, one goes underneath. And then I'm gonna lay it with my design closest to the top. So it's protective paper, fabric, design, protective paper. This is going on my heat press. I'm gonna press it 385 degrees for 45 seconds. When I'm done with that, I'll come back and show you how it came out. The rest of this we are saving because I can use the same thing. This is plenty big enough to use on a kid's shirt. So if I'm gonna do the same project, but on a child shirt, a toddler shirt, I can do at least 2 more shirts with this. So I'm gonna save this. Put it away. We're not hoarders, we're crafters. All right, here we go. It's ready. The top piece of protective paper already came off. Well, I took it off over there. And let's peel this design. Oh, beautiful. So forward face like that. I need to save this though. Here we go. Isn't that cute? So this is gonna be the peekaboo part of my shirt. This is going underneath the actual shirt part, okay? Let's get to that part now. This doesn't have any, this piece of protective paper doesn't have any transfer on it, any blowout from my sublimation. So I'm gonna save this. I'm not a hoarder, I'm a crafter. I'm gonna save this so I can use it for my next project. Okay, so now I have this. Let's put this to the side for just a second. Here's my shirt, right? I'm gonna take my shirt, fold it in half so I can know where my, I'm just gonna hand press so I can know where the middle is. I'm gonna line it up, straighten it out. Okay, just a little hand press. Now I'm gonna open it up. I can see my middle. So where I'm gonna have my design is basically, I want it to peek through right here. I can turn it down though because I don't. And then, remember I had like an inch around. What I'm gonna do now is take my rotary cutter. Make sure this is, doesn't matter how straight it is, honestly. And with my rotary cutter, this is paper. You don't wanna use a rotary blade that you've been, that you use for fabric, okay? This one is my all-purpose one. My fabric rotary cutter is actually a fancy little pink and gray one over there. So this one, industrial. This is why I have my cutting mat. So we're not gonna cut here. We're gonna take this self-healing mat. If you don't have a self-healing mat, especially one that will fit, I should have a smaller one. No, this one works. You can use maybe one of your old Cricut mats or a Cricut mat, but you want something that's not gonna cut up, that you can put down, that you won't cut through. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make sure it's smooth. Make sure it's between, make sure your cutting mat is between your front and your back. Otherwise you're cutting through the back and you'd be slasher up front and slasher in back, and I don't know. Maybe you like that, I don't know. But again, this is Naomi's experiment here. I've never done this project before, but Naomi's trying all kinds of new things lately. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut like from the side over to the other side, but I want to keep it within. Let me show you. Okay, so this is basically my design, right? So I want to keep it within this 1 inch, okay? Within my 1 inch border. So another thing I can do, I think this is what I'll do instead. I want this to show down here. So you can do it with your paper on there. Or, this is a Cricut washable fabric pen. I'm just gonna trace around here because it's gonna wash out. But I want to make sure that I know where to cut. There we go. And since I tore this paper around, I kind of was like, so I think that helped. This is gonna be better. So I can take this off. Put this over here. Okay, so remember my self-healing mat is between the front and the back of my shirt. This is where my design is gonna peek through, and I'm just gonna cut. Don't go past this part. because this is where it's gonna go around. So I'm gonna go not quite to the end and just little slits. You can make these however you want. I got some wavy ones going, some straight ones going, some wide ones going, some zigzag. See, I don't know what I'm doing. That's the cool thing about crafting, guys. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing to try something out. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just gonna go back and make sure they're, and if you don't want them to all come apart, that's fine, but this is pretty cool. And I'm gonna give it a little stretchy stretch. So it's like, what in the world are you doing, Naomi? This is what I'm doing. I have I don't need this mat anymore. I'm gonna turn my shirt inside out. And I can still see where I put my marking for my diagram, for my print. Here we go. What I'm gonna do is grab my print, my fabric. I'm gonna put that face down on here. And now this part is where you can do however you wanna do it. You can sew it, so if you feel like sewing, but then remember you're gonna see the seam line on the other side. You can sew it all the way around. You can use fabric glue, or you can use some hem tape, some Wonder Under, whatever you wanna use. So let me grab what I'm gonna use. I just need to take a minute to figure out what I have here, and then I'll come back and show you guys. I'm back. Found me some Heat and Bond. This is Heat and Bond hem tape. It's double-sided, and so what you do, this is when you're gonna hem something but you don't have a sewing machine. But anyway, I'm gonna measure this out and cut it and I'm gonna place it around all 4 edges. Thank goodness for editing, guys. This really is a quick project. Like if I had done, I guess, if I had done it before and I knew exactly what I was doing, it would, you know, I would have had everything laid out. But ain't no shame in my game. You know what I forgot to get? My heating pad. So I'm gonna make sure this is on the inside where what I can do basically, I'm gonna show you, is take my Heat and Bond strips and lay them, because I can still see where I had made my line on the inside of my line, so that I know it's gonna, my printed out design will fit there. But I'm gonna make sure I'm not touching any of the, I could, that's fine. I don't wanna touch any of the line that I slashed. You don't wanna go over where you slashed, because you'll be able to see that on the other side. I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm just talking because it sounds like that's just what made sense. Make sure your design is, again, right side down, line it up so that it's on your Heat and Bond tape all the way around. I may have been a little bit more generous than usual, than I needed to be with the box around, but here we go. I'm going to grab my Easy Press Mini for just such an occasion. We're gonna put our heat pad underneath first. There we go. And then I'm gonna press it. Okay, looks like we're done. Just gonna check that. That don't look stuck. Okay, let's try again over here in this corner. There we go. Okay, see me? Y'all see me? Guys, as ugly as the inside looks, don't matter. Nope, who's gonna see it? Here we go. So this is how the inside looks. Where I pressed it, it's all stuck down there. Let's turn this baby out, inside out. Oh, I got a little cul-de-sac Stars Hollow peekaboo shirt. Yes, I do. Look at that. Woo! What do you guys think? So now, see, I don't do the, I haven't done one of these before. But I thought this was going to be this would make a cool fall shirt. Like, going out to, just hanging out. You know, this is a good conversation starter. Or you know people, you know, if people know, they know. They're like, oh my goodness. So this part's going to just wash out. I'm not going to wash my shirt though until, I'm going to wait probably a full day so that my heat and bond will set well. But then after that, I should be okay with washing it. And then I'm just pulling these apart to make them kind of roll up a little bit. This t-shirt fabric stuff. You can try this with a sweatshirt, I guess. I haven't. I'm telling you what you could do with this. Is my first time doing it. That's funny, huh? But I'm gonna try some more stuff. I'm gonna try some stuff with my kids. What a fun peekaboo shirt this would be like for kids. And I was thinking with their letter, the first letter of their name underneath, or like a picture. If they're having like, if you're having some kind of special, like a family occasion, you could put a family picture underneath or something. But anyway, here it is. And you could do it again with or without something on, like the wording up here. You can do it with an older t-shirt, cut that up, use it under. If you have old polyester t-shirts or other stuff, use that as your medium. You can do all kinds of stuff. But there it is. There's my peekaboo shirt. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Thanks for watching my video. And if you like, please subscribe. It helps me a lot. Have a good day.